Wheel of Jeopardy!
Joe Smith. Hi, glad to be here today, Steve. Okay. Hello, Mr. E. Hello. Oh, okay.
The Wheel of Jeopardy! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's episode of Wheel of Jeopardy. Now, before we get started with the game, let's meet our contestants. First off, we have Mr. Stage Crew.
Yes, that is my name. But you can call me Stage Crew.
Okay, so second off, after that, we have Mr. E. Is it Mr. E?
He was here earlier.
Hello, Mr. E.
Hello.
Oh, okay. So, Mr. E, do you have anything to say about being on the show today?
That's classified.
Okay, so, our last contestant, is it, Joe Smith.
Hi, glad to be here today, Steve. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, now let's, get started. Is everybody ready to answer some questions?
Yes! Yes!
Okay, alright, can I please have our first contestant? Here's the spin. Looks like this one's gonna be personification. And, this question is about personification. The wheel landed on personification. So the question is, name an example of personification.
Ooh! Ooh! Pick me! Me! Pick me!
You're up, sir.
Oh! I know! The fire glowed, happily!
His answer was, the fire glowed happily. Audience, is that right? Okay, well that's 1 point for you, sir. Okay, our next contestant is Mr. E. Okay, let's give the wheel a spin. Looks like this one's gonna be metaphor. Okay, well it looks like it landed on metaphors.
Good category. Not too hard, not too easy. Just right, in fact. Maybe one of my favorite categories. No, I have a funny story about metaphors. It all started when...
Okay, just answer the question, okay? The question is, name which one is a metaphor. A, I'm as light as a butterfly. B, I'm as smart as a turtle. Or C, I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Number C.
Well, that's correct, but it's a letter. So,
Not the number.
okay, here's our next contestant, Joe Smith.
Hey!
Here's the spin. Looks like this one's gonna be metaphor. Okay, Mr. Smith, well, it's metaphors again. The question is, please give us one metaphor.
Well, a metaphor is, I have the heart of a lion. That means I'm brave, and, it's a metaphor because it compares two things. Without using like or as.
Correct, Mr. Smith. Now, again, we have, sorrowfully, Mr. Stage Crew. This is starting off round 2. You are up, Mr. Stage Crew.
Okay.
Are you okay, Mr. Stage Crew?
No!
Okay, anybody, know CPR?
Are you okay, sir?
No.
Okay, let's just, spin that wheel before this gets even more awkward. Here's the spin. Looks like this one is going to be an idiom. Well, it landed on idiom. So, Mr. Stage Crew, well, anyways, it looks like Mr. Stage Crew will have to skip his turn. I guess we'll go to, Mr. E. Well, the question is, which idiom Which one is an idiom? The lights twinkled merrily, it's raining cats and dogs, or I am a turtle. Mr. E? Mr. E? Answer the question. Answer the question. Get it?
I steal. I'm going to go with B.
Correct. Good job. Okay, well, Mr. Stage Crew, are you ready now?
Yes. I'm okay.
Okay, and let's spin. Looks like this one's gonna be a simile. Okay, well, it landed on similes, so, Mr. Stage Crew, define a simile for us.
Big, round, and fluffy!
Incorrect.
I steal the question.
Okay, Mr. E, define a simile for us.
A simile is a comparison using like or as.
Correct. Score one for Mr. E. Next up we have, Mr. Joe Smith. We're gonna give the wheel a spin. Here's the spin. Looks like this one's gonna be personification. Well, Mr. Smith, it appeared to have, landed on personification.
Oh man, so bad at personification.
Good, just try your best. Define personification for us.
I don't know.
Okay, well, Mr. Stage Crew, would you like to steal that?
Yes! It is giving an animal or inanimate object even like characteristics like eating and talking. Slow down. Okay.
Okay, well, that's correct. Now on to Mr. E. Mr. E will give the wheel a spin.
Spin now?
Yes. Looks like this one's gonna be a simile. Well, Mr. E, it looks like it landed on similes. Please give us one example of a simile.
I'm as cold as a popsicle.
Correct. Now back to Mr. Smith. Take a spin. Here's the spin. Looks like this one is going to be an idiom. Okay, well, it appears, Mr. Smith, it has landed on idioms. Please give us one example of an idiom.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Correct. Good job. Now it's back to Mr. Stage Crew. Mr. Stage Crew is going to take a spin. Here's the spin. Looks like this one's going to be personification. Well, Mr. Stage Crew, it appears to be personification. Oh, bless you. Name two examples of personification. Not one, two.
Oh, that's hard, but, what am I gonna do? I know! The cold air nipped hit my nose on my head face thing, and, the light blinked.
Correct? Now on to Mr. E. Looks like this one's gonna be a simile.
It is officially similes.
Yes it is. It is similes. So, well then, here's your question. Is a simile either A, I'm as tough as nails, B, a comparison that does not use like or as, C, a type of fungus, or D, a hyperbole?
I'm going to go with the last one.
Ooh, that's gonna cost you. That is incorrect. The correct answer was A, I'm as tough as nails. Now then, Mr. Smith.
Man,
Yeah. Well, as I was saying, Mr. Smith is now gonna spin.
I spin now!
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Looks like this one's gonna be metaphor. Well, Mr. Smith, it appears to be metaphors. Please define a metaphor for us.
Easy. A competitor. A metaphor is a comparison using like or as.
Incorrect. That is going to cost you. The correct answer was a comparison without using like or as. Mr. E, you will spin. Looks like this one's gonna be metaphor. Okay, Mr. E will land it on metaphors.
Oh, rats. Metaphors again.
Okay, this one is kind of hard. What is the original language a metaphor is derived from? Anybody? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well, time is up. That question's expired. The correct answer would be Latin, metaphora, which is derived from the great...
Nobody cares! Let's go!
Jeez, man. Okay, we're spinning for you. Here's the spin. Looks like this one is going to be an idiom. Okay, Mr. Smith, well, it appears to have landed on idioms.
Oh.
Well, question is, define an idiom.
An idiom is, an exaggeration or a hyperbole. So, like, crazy and out there that nobody would ever believe in.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Now, Mr. Stage Crew.
Cheese on toast! What? Oh, sorry.
Oh. Looks like this one's gonna be metaphor.
Okay, it's metaphors!
Yes, it's metaphors. Please tell me the difference between a metaphor and a simile.
I don't know.
Mr. E?
I have no idea.
Yes. The difference is that a simile has like or as the comparison, and a metaphor does not.
Correct? Well, that about wraps it up. Obviously, Mr. Smith has won because these two aren't very smart.
Parachute pants!
And, yeah.
My name is actually like Billy Squib,
Goodbye.
and I am actually
Thank you for
super
watching.
smart.
Goodbye now.
Parachute pants. Do you guys see me?